Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lori. I thought maybe it would be fun if you wanted to watch me react to a show. So I am just about to watch the #1 Netflix show in Canada right now. It is the American Murder, The Family Next Door. It sounds very interesting. I watched the trailer. It was pretty yeah, interesting. And the first thing, when you watch it, it says the materials in this film were captured by police, media, or uploaded to the internet, and personal footage and messages were also provided by Shannon's family and friends. So this is gonna follow the story of a girl named Shanann who went missing, and it's all real. It's her story, so I don't know much about it, but I am gonna start watching it, and I'm excited. I have all the essentials. I have Ted and Chewie playing, of course. I have some snacks. These are the Cheez-It Crunch. These are like a crunchy cracker. They're the zesty cheddar ranch, and they're amazing. Oh, yum. I also have a giant thing here of ice water, and I'm about to press play. It's starting with her Facebook page. So, and it's like a voiceover of her talking. So I think like maybe she was doing videos on her Facebook. I don't know much, but oh, Shanann. That's how she says it. Shanann. Oh, Halloween. It's a Halloween video they're showing. That's cool. She has 2 kids. Super cute. Oh, and a dog. A little dog. Oh, the 2 kids are on the dad's back. He was like doing push-ups. They're smiling. They're happy. They look like a really happy family. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to watch a little bit, and I will... Oh. A Netflix original docuseries. Oh, she's walking up to her door with some luggage. August 13th. It doesn't say the year. Okay, so I'm going to watch a bit of this, and then I will check back in and let you know how it's going. So the first few minutes were showing text messages and phone calls from her friend. She was like, I hope your appointment goes well today. The girl didn't message. She goes, where are you? And then again, are you okay? She tried calling her a few times, and she wasn't answering. So she says, I'm worried about you. I'm coming to your house. I guess on her way to the house, she called the police, and she says, I'm worried about my friend. You know, it's not like her to not message me back. I dropped her off at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I can't get a hold of her. So the cops show up, and they're actually showing footage from like the police officer's camera, and they're at her house knocking at the door. Police can't go in without the owner's permission, so now they're waiting for the husband to come home. And the lady's like on the phone with somebody trying to get the access code to get into the garage, but the police officer's like, we can't go in without the owner's permission. So that's where we're at. There were neighbors next door. The cop asked the neighbors, have you seen them today? They said no. The police said that she just wasn't feeling very well, so we're just wanting to get in contact with her. It's actually a movie, and it's 1 hour and 18 minutes long. So I'm not going to keep you for an hour. So every few minutes, or any time there's like a bit of a section that has gone by, I'll check back in and let you know how it goes. Okay, a little change of scenery. I had to bring the dogs out. So the husband came home. Now they're all searching through the house. They found her cell phone, which is very, very weird. She works from home, and like she's in sales and she always has her phone on her. And then yeah, so I'm very curious to know what's going on, where she is. The husband was just talking about, what was he talking about? Oh, she was sick. Oh, because they explained how she was diagnosed with lupus and she went through some dark times, and then she found this man who she's now married to, and apparently he made her really happy, and she had never like been so happy. She was previously divorced and it was an awful relationship. So I don't know, it's all very weird. It's very weird. The husband seems a little sketchy though. I don't know, there's just something about him. He seems too calm almost. You know? Like your wife is missing. Why are you so calm, dude? Anyways, I'll check back soon. They just found her wedding ring beside the bed. No note, just the wedding ring. This is very weird. Very weird. Where are you? So one of the neighbors has a camera out front, and so now they're in this guy's house looking at the footage, and the husband acting a little shady. He's rubbing his head. He's like got his like hands up like this, and he's like, you know, barely watching the TV. I don't know. Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. She was pregnant, 14 or 15 weeks. Why would she go missing? So the cop asked the husband to step outside just so he could get this neighbor's info. As soon as the husband went out, the neighbor was like, he's acting weird. He never fidgets. He never rocks side to side. He doesn't even really talk much, and he was like talking a lot in there. And it didn't look like anything weird on the video footage, but the neighbor's like, he never loads anything in his truck from the garage. That's not a thing that happens. But when the husband was in there, he was saying that he loads stuff in there all the time. So shady. Now they're canvassing the neighborhood, and they've put flyers on people's doors, and they're knocking on doors asking if people have seen her, and you know, people are like, does she live around here, and whatever. One lady at a door, she said that she saw a weird truck there the day before that she hadn't seen before, and she's like, don't ask me the make though. Which is fair. But yeah, everybody else hasn't noticed anything weird, so I don't know. And now they're asking everybody to get out of the house because I think they're going to try and bring the police dogs in to get a scent for her, and then they're going to search for her. So I think it's a cop or somebody's asking him, like, why would she do this? Why would she just leave? And the kids are gone too. Like, why? And he's like, well, I hope that if she's somewhere, she's at least safe and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, but if somebody has them and they're not safe, then I want them back. And then they asked him, did you guys have an argument before you left for work? And he's like, well, it wasn't an argument, but we had an emotional discussion. And I'll leave it at that. So he's being interrogated, and he says that at first he really thought that she was just staying at a friend's house, but now that there's been canine units and all the police cars and it's becoming a thing, now he is thinking that maybe somebody took them But apparently she went away for like 6 weeks and they were fighting the whole time. He wasn't calling the kids, and his parents bought ice cream that the daughter was allergic to, and then the mom, the one who's missing, she like flipped out, which fair enough, allergies are serious. Anyways, yeah, so things are not adding up. He has done something. He's acting very weird for a husband who supposedly misses his wife, but they were arguing. And I mean, arguing is normal, but I don't know. He's taking a polygraph. They just showed a clip of her friend saying, like, let us know that you're okay. I could only imagine. Like, if this was one of my friends, oh my god, I would be beside myself. Anyways, the story continues. They cut to him in an interrogation room, and for the polygraph test, and the lady was like asking him questions, and then she had to stop, and she's like, okay, you need to relax your breathing, like you're all over the place here. He's like, I know, I'm just nervous. Well, I'm not nervous. Well, they just showed some clips of her away, like during that 6 weeks that she was away. He came at the 5-week mark, and she kissed him at the airport, and then there was like no kisses or hugs or touching of any sort. And she's like, this is so weird. She was texting her friend. She's like, I just want to cry. I don't, like, he obviously didn't even miss me. And now that she was like, I had a nighttime shower, all of us girls and our husbands, we all know what that means. And nothing. He was over there doing push-ups, and she was like over there crying. Something's not right. She told her friend that she was thinking that maybe he was getting some stuff from somewhere else while she was gone. I don't blame her for thinking that. Let's find out more. I'm getting angry. So they're in the room, and the polygraph examiner brought in the detective, and she's like, okay, so we're going to go over your test, and I think you know that you failed, and so we need to find out what actually has happened. And he's like, well, I didn't lie to you on that polygraph test, I promise. I promise. What are you, 4? Oh, I'm so geared up right now.
Chris, I'm not stop.
They're telling him to stop. It's time. It's time to tell us the truth.
I want you to take it.
Okay. I'll tell him to take a deep breath and just be honest. I'll tell you what happens after. So they cut to some more text messages. So she's texting with her friend, and she said that she and her husband had talked, and he said he wanted to work on things. So she's like, I don't know, I'm confused. And then she told her friend that she had just got out of the shower, then her husband went into the shower, and she's like, you know, maybe, I mean, he is a guy, maybe I'll get lucky. And her friend's like, well, go for it. So when her husband came out, I guess she tried to make a move, and he rejected her. And she asked him who he's sleeping with, and he denied anything. Okay, so Now they've cut to this woman. I guess the yoga pose was not the wife. It's this woman who's now talking. And she said that she met Chris, I think that's the guy's name, at work in June, and that he told her that he has 2 kids and that he was currently in the process of separating from his wife. The plot thickens. They just showed a clip of her making a video saying that she's so happy that Chris is with her, and they're like at these sand dunes or something, and now they're taking a picture, they're showing a picture of them together, both wearing like face masks things, I guess for the sand, but convenient for him. I knew this guy was shady. So he never told her that his wife was pregnant. She found out through social media, and now she is feeling concerned that this woman and her children cannot be located. Yeah, no kidding. They just showed a picture of him kissing this girl's temple, and he's swearing up and down to the police that there was no other woman and blah, 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 blah. A liar. Okay, I am so fired up right now. So he's still in the interrogation room with the polygraph examiner and the detective. And the polygraph examiner, she's like, you know the truth. You have to tell us. And then he looked over at the detective and he's like, I cheated on her. And the officer's like, yeah, we know. And he's like, yeah, well, the 5 weeks that she was away, I spent most of my time with her. Explains all of the non-phone calls that he was giving to his wife and kids. And yeah, it's explaining a lot. They've brought Chris's father in, and they're hoping that maybe he tells his dad what happened. I messed up the polygraph. I failed it. Because of emotions. He hasn't even cried once, and he doesn't know where his kids are. This guy's a loser. Okay. Hold on. He just told his dad that he was honest about the affair. And then he said that the morning that they argued and he was telling her he wanted a separation, he said that she strangled both her kids. They turned blue and she killed them. And then he said that he then did the same thing to her. This woman, I judging by all of the videos they showed of her and her pictures, and she loved those kids. I don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth except for the fact that he killed her, and I think maybe he did something to the kids too. This makes me sick. So the police are now going into the house and collecting all things, pillows. They're grabbing just anything that could potentially be evidence, and they're towing a truck that had been down the road a bit that nobody knew was connected. Maybe it was the truck the lady was talking about. I don't know, but I feel sick. So apparently he dropped them off at the first oil site that he went to. He said that he buried his wife, but the kids are in an oil tank, oh my god, I feel sick. His dad's rubbing his back and stuff too. Like, saying that out loud is giving me goosebumps. This is disgusting. I have to shake my head. This guy is a monster, and he's trying to say that his wife killed her kids. I don't believe that for a second. They're just showing a video right now of her neighbors, and I'm sure her friends and family, all with candles outside her house. Absolutely devastating. Some humans, man. Terrible. So, because of social media, and everybody's allowed to have their own opinion, people were bashing Shanann's family, and people are standing up for this guy. And I mean, that's bound to happen because everybody has somebody who is going to believe them. But my own personal opinion, this man is a monster, and he deserves to be behind bars for the rest of his life. And yeah, I'm gonna wait and see here if it has like a final thing, like what his sentence was or whatever, and I will let you know. So it just showed a text where she admitted that she did belittle him in front of his parents or whatever. And yeah, I mean, there's always struggles in relationships. People fight, they argue. It doesn't need to lead to murder. So now it's November, and they're all going into a room. I'm assuming they're going to find out the sentencing. So he's being charged with the murder of his wife, his 2 kids, and his unborn child. But because he pled guilty, he's not going to get the death penalty. So now it's his voice explaining what actually happened that night. And she came home at 2 a.m. She came in, he felt her get into bed. She started to like rub up on him, and they ended up doing the deed. And then when they woke up the next morning, he told her it's not gonna work. And she was like, is there somebody else? I know there's gotta be. And then when they woke up in the morning, he said that it wasn't gonna work out. And then she said, get off of me, and you're never gonna see your kids again. And that's when he put his hands around her neck and strangled her. He felt like he had to. His daughter came in the room and said, what's wrong with mommy? And at that point, Shanann was already face down on the bed. And then he wrapped her up in a sheet and carried her downstairs. So he put her in the truck, and then I guess the kids were in the car, and they kept asking, is mommy gonna be okay? And he told them, yes, she'll be okay, because he's sick. His daughters were alive. He put a blanket over the first one's head, and then his other daughter said what happened. And then I guess he put a blanket over her too, and then he put them in the big oil vat, like a big oil tank thing. And he says that every day he hears his daughter say, Daddy, no. Absolutely terrible. His mom stood up and made an announcement and said that it might be hard for people to understand, but she loves her son and she forgives him. What? Anyways, the judge is now talking and he says that this is one of the most heinous crimes, which is absolutely true. And I'm just gonna find out now what the sentence is gonna be. Okay, so here we go. He received 3 life sentences. Thank goodness. He should never see the light of day. Awful person. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here. This has been a wild ride. Thank you for watching. If you want to see me do more of these types of videos, give this video a like and comment if you want, and subscribe too. Alright, I'll catch you on the flip side.